Morning, everybody. This is Beverly, and Bev's going to share her Pilates journey with us today.
Hi.
How long have you been coming here for?
The end of about September 2014, I started coming.
Okay, so nearly over 2 years.
Yep. And it was at a point where I had no options. I didn't even know about Megan. And someone happened to suggest, the physio suggested that I give Megan a try because I have a daughter who has a disability, and at the time she was back in a wheelchair, and I couldn't get her out.
And being a bit difficult.
And she was being very difficult, even with showering, etc. So I came to Megan hoping that we could correct Samantha's constant falls, strengthen her bones, get her a little bit more independent and that. But as usual, when you have a child that has to go through a lot of things, I like to experience it and see exactly what she's going through. So after Samantha had been a couple of times, I decided to give it a go, and I started with Megan. It was a very emotional time because I was very stressed out. I had numerous arthritises and problems and a bung knee, and my pain levels were pretty high. And I still think, had I not found Megan and the Pilates and the Emmett that she does at that point, if I was still going the way I was, I would not be walking myself now.
No.
So
What was your pain level like? What were your headaches? Like, you had a constant headache.
Yeah.
And if 10's the worst and 0's the least, where was your headache, Bev?
It was probably around the 8, 9, at times 10, sometimes 12.
Every day?
Every day. And of course that was affecting my health. I've got a couple of autoimmune problems, so I couldn't walk into a lot of buildings because my headaches just got to such a point because of smells that it stopped me from being able to function. So Megan was able to relieve that. I just started out. It was nice to spend an hour sitting on, laying down on ice packs, because ice packs were better for me.
And you couldn't lie flat on your back, could you?
No.
So we've got like a wedgie thing, haven't we?
Yeah.
So you were on an angle,
Yeah.
and so you lay down on the ice packs and rested.
Yeah, and Megan did her Emmett and that, which started right from word go with helping. Yes, it brought a lot of emotions to start with, but worked through it, and I became more vocal and thinking more about me as well as, and which helped. If I'm better, then it helped the rest of the family.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stresses. So it enabled me to be able to work through them.
What was your knee pain too?
Knee pain was pretty bad. I'd be flat out walking for 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and I'd have to be sitting down, and I couldn't sleep at night.
Yeah. Were you scared to move too? Like the thought of exercising or moving?
Well, it's a vicious circle, and of course the less I exercise, because I used to walk a lot,
Yeah.
and the less I exercise, the more weight I put on. Of course, the more weight you put on, the more pressure on the knee, and doctors and that won't look at you because there's too much weight there to start with. We're working on that, but I didn't start in the beginning thinking of weight. It was to relieve other things. And I've now dropped medications to probably a third of what I was
Wow.
on. And I actually couldn't imagine life without doing Pilates.
What are your headaches now?
Headaches are 0.
Wow.
More often not. If I have a really stressful time,
Yep.
the headaches will come back.
Okay.
But I know if I come and do Pilates,
Yeah.
that they will settle down
Yeah.
and disappear.
So your knee pain, where was it at? About 8, 10 out of
Yeah.
10, or what was it?
Yeah, probably around that. Yeah, depending on what I was doing, because I was still having to whippersnip and mow and all that foot pressure on. So, yeah, some days I could barely get out of a chair.
Okay, and was it both knees?
Only because I use my left leg more than to compensate for my right knee.
That's the bent leg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the right knee is the one that's the problem. And even my hips were starting to play up, and I had pressure points under my feet.
Yeah.
All that's alleviated.
It's all gone now.
It's taken a long time,
Yeah.
and I've got a long way to go, and I don't think that I will ever do without Pilates.
Yeah.
Only because I feel good for doing it.
What's your knee pain in your left leg now?
Today, after doing a Pilates class, I came in at about 4
With your right leg?
with my right knee, and I didn't have any pain in the rest of my body. I didn't even have a trace of a headache.
Yeah, great. And what have you got now? What's your pain
it's about at 2.5
Wow.
in my knee. So, you know, I know the difference, and I know that it's good for me to do it. And
can you lie on your back now?
I can lay on my back for short periods of time, whereas some days I couldn't even put my back against a car seat. That's how bad it was. So,
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so no, it's
So
good.
thank you, Bev. Thanks for sharing today.